beautiful Gemini, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your singles love reading for October 2021. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I'm truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder that this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram or Patreon. I do not take money, e-gifts or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks you for any of those things, it is a scam. Please report them or ignore them, okay? Now I do a free personal reading for a competition, one a month. That is all I can manage to do at this time, but anything else other than that, I cannot do it, okay? So just so you're aware. Now let's get straight to your singles reading, my beautiful Gemini. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds, and let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Gemini, so this is Libra season. We are in October, and this reading is good for the next sort of 4 or 5 weeks in terms of energy. I'm going to sort of do an overall energy read for those 5 weeks, and I'm going to do a Celtic cross for you as well, just to see who's coming in terms of singles. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? Thank you so much. Now, just to let you know, I will be doing a twin flame reading as well for those who feel like they're in a twin flame union. Also, I do career readings, so just so you're aware. But this is the singles one, so thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Gemini? What do they need to know regarding singles? Can you please guide them? Ooh, it's getting a bit chaotic. They want me to go one more, so I will. Thank you so much. We've got the Hermit card, and we've got the Death card right there. Okay, so let us see what is happening for you. Now, of course, we have justice will prevail, okay? This is your protagonist energy. As you move forward for the next 4 to 5 sort of weeks there, the Justice card indicates you're weighing up your options here. Now, you do have a lot of options, Gemini. You may feel like you do not, but I feel like you're trying to gain some sort of balance here. I mean, this is the Libran energy. You know, this card is a Libran energy card here, but this is about making a decision that will actually affect your future. So either you are really looking at like cold, hard truth, kind of look at you and your circumstances. I feel like you are putting yourself in a frequency that gets you to a place where you find the love that you truly deserve, okay? Because this is an energy of what you deserve, and you know that you deserve better. So I feel like that is one of the truths that you are sort of discovering. You may have discovered this a long time ago, but you're in that energy at the moment. I feel like you've been changed by some lessons that you have experienced along your journey so far, and I feel like you're looking at that because this energy reading suggests that you're doing a lot of introspection, a lot of making major decisions that will affect your life going forward. Now, the Justice card can mean that either if you were in a high-level commitment before this reading, of course, and you're now going through an energy of separation, maybe divorce or something like that. This indicates that there is legalities perhaps going on in your world, something that you may be detaching yourself from that you felt was unjust, or you know, that you felt destroyed your hope, or your, how can I put that, it's like a lack of accountability. Someone is not taking responsibility for their actions in your world. So I feel like you're trying to gain justice for that, okay? Now, so if you were perhaps divorced in the past, or you've been in a relationship in the past that you've separated from, I feel like you're looking at finding a relationship that is fair, that is equal, because the last one didn't feel that way in some way. There may have been a dispute right at the end, or you may have felt like you couldn't trust that person. But now you're working on trust issues, and I feel like you're moving forward. There will be a fair relationship that comes on in that actually, you know, connects to you. You won't have to do all of the legwork, Gemini. I also feel like communication is very important. I mean, communication is very important to a Gemini anyway, and especially since we got Mercury in retrograde at the moment, you may have people from your past that you've separated from coming back into your present moment. But I feel like you're well, I don't feel like you're connecting to those energies because you've got the Hermit card here. But just be mindful that that can happen. Now, it doesn't have to be an ex-love. It can be friends from your past that you've disconnected from. It could even be someone that you had romantic feelings for in the past, but it never went anywhere. You know, perhaps you felt like they were not interested in you, or they felt like you were not interested in them. You know, missed opportunities. I always say there's no such thing as a missed opportunity, because whatever is meant for you will never pass you by. It will gravitate back into your center if it's meant to be in your life. But anyway, the Justice, and it's number 8. Normally, the Justice card is number 11, which is about soul path. But this is number 8, which is the number of self. Okay, so justice for yourself. You're looking at yourself and you're getting the relationship, or putting some things in motion in your life that make sure you get the love that you truly deserve. You're processing things. Now, the Empress card is in the resistance position, so it is like I got it in the reverse there. So this is either someone knocked your confidence, or you felt a little bit, your confidence has been knocked because you feel like you have not fulfilled sort of an idea of what you may have had as a relationship to this point. Doesn't mean you're not going to get that, Gemini, but the Empress card in this position suggests there has been some sort of indecisiveness even. Either someone that you were with in the past was indecisive, or you were indecisive about connecting to somebody on a deeper level. Now, I'm not here to point fingers at anyone, Gemini. We all go through a moment in our lives where we meet someone, we're a bit unsure, okay? And we may look back at some situations where we think, they could have been, you know, they loved me, or they could have been a real candidate, but there's a reason why it didn't work, okay? So the woulda, coulda, shouldas, they're wonderful, but we've all got hindsight, and actually we're living in the present at the moment. So I feel like you're building your confidence. You actually have the power to turn heads. You're actually very attractive. This card is one of the most attractive cards in the deck. Male or female, not a gender specific reading. It's about the energy. But there's something here, either you don't believe it, or you lack confidence in that area. You may sort of now, they're just giving me this, so please take it as it resonates, and please don't shoot the messenger when I say this. But when someone gives you a compliment, for example, Gemini, you may be the sort of person who goes, if they said, oh, wow, Gemini, you're looking awesome today. You go, oh, thanks, you look awesome. You're absolutely batting it back. You're not truly accepting the compliment. This is what they're giving me. They want you to open yourself up more to really hearing what people are saying. Again, please don't shoot the messenger. But if someone says, oh, wow, your eyes are just so incredible, they're beautiful, say thank you. I really need to hear that. That was wonderful. You don't need to say, I really need to hear that, but actually really hear it, okay? Because they're indicating that people don't have to give you compliments. People don't have to say these things. When they say it, they mean it, okay? They're not trying to butter you up for any reason. If you hear it, really hear it, okay? Don't, open yourself up and accept the compliment, because there's something here about resisting. It's almost like you don't believe that you're, it's not that you don't believe that you're enough, because I feel like you truly believe you deserve a love that is beautiful, that is, inclusive, that is creative, abundant, luxurious, kind, dependable, loyal, honest, all of those wonderful things, passionate, but there is an energy here of you feeling disconnected, or feeling like cynical, like it's not going to happen for you. So they just want you to be mindful that confidence is the key, to believe in yourself and know that you are deserving of a divine counterpart. And actually, you do turn heads. People do look at you. They are attracted to you, Gemini, but maybe sometimes you just don't see that. Now, if you've been feeling a little bit recently really disconnected from your center, maybe you've been neglecting your own needs. Maybe you've been getting, your focus is elsewhere, because, you could be the sort of person who's like thinking about social justice, or trying to get a truth on a situation, digging deep on something, or you're trying to weigh up some options in your world to make some major decisions. You may be neglecting your own needs, okay? Whether that is diet or sleep or exercise. You may find that you're always so busy doing things day to day that sometimes you put yourself last. Okay, Gemini, they just want you to be aware of that, okay? That's just something to, that's something that's coming through here. But the Empress card is your challenge. believe in yourself, have confidence, come back to your center, and know that you are deserving of love, and also that you're attractive and handsome, or whatever, however you identify. This is about your self-worth, okay? You deserve a lot. This is about healthy boundaries. So if you've been someone in the past where someone has maybe crossed a line in a relationship with you, and you have seen the red flags, but you've ignored them. I mean, we all do it. Again, I'm not pointing fingers at anybody, but we all do it at some stage, because they keep giving me this sentence, and they've given it to me for the last couple of weeks. So they're giving it to me again. I have to give it to you if they give it to me, because it won't go away. I scry when I'm reading your cards, so it won't go away until I address it. So I do apologize if you've heard it already. But what they're giving me is, as soon as love walks in the door, common sense walks out. Okay, that's typical of most of us, really, because you know, when we love a person, we open ourselves up to that level of vulnerability. We don't want to lose it. So sometimes we kind of like do a little bit extra. We don't think we're doing it. We don't realize we're doing it, but sometimes we overextend ourselves when it comes to love. But there is a balanced, harmonious relationship coming towards you. But in the next couple of weeks, you know, we've got the Hermit card. I cannot sort of suggest. I cannot say to you, yeah, there's how can I put that? Like, there is love, but I feel like putting a label on something in the next 4 to 5 weeks is not something that will occur. Like, you could meet somebody, but I feel like it will be like some sort of passionate thing where there's a new beginning there, but being in a full relationship with that person, I feel like will come a little bit later than the 4 to 5 weeks. Just have to say that. I'm going to go into a Celtic cross there to find out the details, but the Hermit card says that you're really thinking things over. You're seeking deeper connections, authenticity to yourself, but also with others. I feel like you're going on a journey of discovery. Now, the Hermit card tends to be a solitary energy. You can still be with someone, though, and you can still go into that hermit mode. So it doesn't mean you're not going to meet somebody, Gemini. What it does mean is you're gaining enlightenment. You've endured a lot when it comes to relationships, and not just, you know, romantic relationships. I feel like in life you've endured quite a lot, because they're really highlighting the bear for me. And the bear is about enduring harsh circumstances and still being able to thrive. No matter what, you find a solution. The Hermit finds the solution by taking themselves out temporarily without distraction to really think about things. So right now I see you in a very thinker's kind of mode, where you're thinking about your own needs, trying to rebuild confidence or come back to your center and recognize that you are deserving of a really loving relationship. I mean, the Empress card can also be about, you know, being a new version of yourself, and, you know, recognizing that you're brimming with potential to meet somebody. I mean, you may be also, for example, you may be pregnant at this time, and, you know, there's some sort of dispute. If you feel like you're separated from somebody, there's a dispute going on there. I've only got a small percentage of that energy coming through. So if that's you, there is something in this message for you. But I do feel like you are, you know, turning heads is an energy that I get from this. But I really feel like you're not going to let everybody get into your energetic sphere. And by that I mean, I feel like you're really being discerning about who you allow that passion to burn for. Okay, I do feel like there's a bit of healing here. They're really highlighting the star there, but as you can see, the outline is the sun. So you're in pursuit of happiness, and you're wondering what it is, who it is that you really want to connect to on a deeper level, but you must find your truth first, is what I'm getting with this card. And we have the Scorpio energy of the Death card. We've got Scorpio, Virgo, Libra, Taurus, and we've got Libra again here for you as well. So the Scorpio energy is you're cultivating your world, you're nurturing it, getting it ready. It's almost like you're preparing the land for a fertile, you know, deserving, loving relationship to come on in. The Death card signals change, transition. You're making radical changes in your world to start something new. So either you are starting to notice that you have been neglecting your own needs, because, I mean, in life we're all spinning loads of plates. We're all trying to, you know, keep our jobs, or, you know, pay the bills, or, you know, deal with a major world event that's going on around the world, you know, keep connected to our friends and our family. And, you know, we're trying to do so many things that sometimes we put ourselves on the very bottom of the list. I feel like you're recognizing that it's got to that stage, and you're starting to try and implement a regime or something like that, where you start putting your own needs first a little bit more. The Death card can also mean, you know, anything that's been stagnant or kept you stuck, whether it is thinking about a past person or someone coming on in occasionally to sort of drop by and say, hi, I miss you, and then sets you back into a sort of an energy of what if. I feel like you're actually, you know, cutting that out. I feel like you're moving on. There's like a light that you're following that only leads you forward rather than backwards. Okay. Sorry, they just gave me a sentence, and wow, when I look at the cards, I can see, and it's actually part of what they just said to me, which is, could you please repeat it? I was blind, but now I see. So this is a sentence they're giving to me. So either this is something that you just said to a friend recently, or this is something that you just read before this reading and it really made an impact on you, or it is something, I mean, I feel like it is from a religious text perhaps, but I'm not really sure. I'm not here to talk about religion, of course, but they're giving me, I was blind, but now I see. So if that resonates with you in any shape or form, then there's something in this message for you. But they just asked me to take a real look at the cards, and they're right. Look at that. There's that figure of, you know, truth there, justice, blindfolded. Okay, so the eyes, you know, are sort of the physical eyes looking to the physical world are blindfolded. Over this Empress card, there's a butterfly, which is over the eyes, but it's transformation. So I feel like the Hermit always sees inwards. Whenever you see the traditional, like, sort of hermit, the eyes are often sort of grayed out, like there's no eyes, so he's seeing inward. Okay, and then we've got the Death card right there, and as you can see, the scythe is over the sun. Okay, and the sun the scythe is in line with the sun, so actually can sort of take that cloud away from the sun that is sort of blocking happiness. And the sun always represents light, seeing, illumination, awakening. So they're just giving me that sentence. So if that resonates for you, there's something in this message for you. If it does not, of course, it just means they want to connect to somebody whose attention may have wavered briefly in the reading. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Gemini? What do they need to know regarding singles energy? Now, just to let you know, I'm using the Tarot of the Mystical Moments by CATRIN STEIN to do the Celtic Cross. I'm only reading the uprights in this deck, apart from the challenge positions, okay? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. What is the heart of the matter? Okay, so we've got Two of Pentacles. You're deciding, you're weighing things up. I mean, it's not an accident that you've got the Justice card with weighing scales, weighing something up, and then the Two of Pentacles there, again, weighing something up. So let us see what the challenge is. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide? Thank you so much. We have Two of Wands, undecided energy. Perhaps Two of Wands is you waiting for the world to go back to some sort of normal, or waiting for results on something. We will go a little bit deeper. Okay, thank you so much. How would you like to receive? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, they want two more in this position, so I will give it. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Gemini? What do they need to know before we move forward on their singles reading? What are they meant to see? Okay, we'll turn those over as we get to them. Okay, but right now we've got a Two of Pentacles. This is the heart of the matter. Weighing something up. Now, Two of Pentacles can typically mean that, you know, the balance between work and play is not even. Okay, it can mean that you need to inject a little bit more playful energy into your world because you've been focusing really hard on building your finances or trying to keep all those plates spinning. As you can see, she's on top of a building there. Now, buildings are typically stable energies, you know, something that is secure, but she's standing on one foot, so she's doing like a little balancing act there, and you know, she's got this little infinity, these little balls going on an infinity sort of, so I feel like you're always juggling or always trying to do everything, maybe always trying to do too much. So I feel right now you're undecided about something, weighing up your options. Do I have time to find love? How would love fit into my world right now? I do also feel like it's like you got so many other things going on right now that it's not that love is not a focus. It means that right now there's just so much intense things going on that you're like, your focus tends to be elsewhere at this time. Even though it will be nice when some love comes on in. Now, With the Two of Pentacles, again, I feel like you've got some choices. You do have lots of choices, and you may have some options that you have to choose between when it comes to love. But the Two of Wands is the challenge. So we got two twos here. When you start to see synchronicities, there's radical change happening in your world. But the Two of Wands says, you know, maybe you had plans to travel, maybe you had plans to do something, and because of world circumstances or whatever, things have fallen apart or been delayed for a little while. The Two of Wands can also mean, you know, that you are waiting for something to occur. You know, it's almost like waiting for divine intervention. Now, I gotta say, there's two figures here who are sitting on top of buildings, security. So either you're weighing up what your idea of security means to you, because Gemini, you are a sign of duality. You know, it's almost like, do you want to be that independent spirit who, you know, goes off and travels the world and, you know, does whatever it is that you want to do? Or do you want to settle down into a love relationship? Or, you know, can you do both? Of course you can do both, Gemini. The Two of Wands does suggest, though, your idea of security or how you look at the world right now, you know, you may feel is uncertain. So therefore, you know, because she's looking at the moon, and the moon represents uncertainty. It represents illusions, things that we have built in our mind. So for example, you know, when we go through life, especially when we're younger, we kind of go, oh, you know what, when I'm about 30, I'm going to probably have a long-term relationship, you know, a really great job, I'm going to have all the money, I've got a dream, I'm going to reach that dream, then maybe I'll think about settling down, maybe have some children as I get to my mid-30s. You know, we've all got ideas of what we thought we would be doing or hoping that we would be doing. So I feel like you're shedding any of those illusions and recognizing that things are a little bit uncertain right now, but that does not mean that what you are hoping for is not going to come for you. But the Two of Wands, again, is like waiting for results or making a choice, I mean, there's a lot of analysis paralysis energy here with the two twos, okay? But let's see how we move through that for you. What is below you? Knight of Cups. So deep down, you are summoning a very peaceful love, someone who is really committed to you. Romantic is very important. I mean, it's important to everybody, but everyone's idea of romance is going to be different, of course. This is about, when you get a messenger of love like this is about falling in love with yourself first. People don't realize that in order to offer a cup of love, like the Knight of Cups often offers a cup of love, or the chalice of love. They just corrected me and said chalice. Thank you so much. I'm truly grateful. When the Knight of Cups does that, it's because this love that they have to offer is full of love. Okay, so we're looking at ourselves, you know, so if we have a cup of love and we put insecurity, we put, you know, codependency, you know, trauma into that cup, because that's our own cup first. The cup belongs to us first, or the chalice belongs to us first. And if we offer it to another person, we're giving that little mix to the other person. So it is about remembering that we love ourselves fully first, and that's why your Empress card is right there. And then we are prepared to open to that level of vulnerability and offer our cup to someone else, and they hopefully offer a full cup of love back, right? Now the Knight of Cups here, you know, this Knight of Cups is sitting on a lotus, and you know, that heart is like wide open, vulnerable for everyone to see. So this is about, you know, preparing yourself for a loving, peaceful relationship. This is what you're calling in. This is what you are going to magnetize towards you, because, you know, our gut instinct often informs the brain first, and then thoughts become things. So everything you've ever seen in your whole life, Gemini, whether it is a building that you've, like, I don't know why they're showing me the Louvre right now. They're showing me the glass Louvre, the triangle made of glass. So either you had plans to go traveling to Paris, or maybe that is Paris is considered the romantic capital of the world, depending on how you look at it. You know, also, how else can I get that? I mean, either you're looking at a picture of the Louvre right now, or, I mean, I can't imagine you're in the Louvre or walking past it as you're listening to this reading, but I mean, if you are, wow. So please take it as it resonates. It's not going to resonate for everyone anyway, but I do feel like there's a level of vulnerability that is coming towards you in a good sense. Someone who's going to open up. Oh yeah, so sorry, they said, where am I going with that, But I love it when they talk to me like this. They said, where were you going with that, Baba? And they're right. I lost my train of thought, which was even the most spectacular buildings that you have seen, like the Louvre, for example, it was someone's idea in their mind first before it became a physical thing, okay? So you got to remember, thoughts become things. Humans are incredible. They have the power to imagine something that they would like to have in their world, and then it appears. Now, of course, there's hard work that goes with that, you know, and also a lot of other variables, but thoughts do become things. So right now, in your gut instinct, deep down, you're manifesting a love that is pure, that is open to vulnerability, someone who is authentic, someone who sees beyond the superficial and actually offers you their full heart, and, you know, it's raw, it's someone meeting your soul song is what I get here. So definitely a wonderful, peaceful, romantic love that is passionate, kind, is willing to plunge the depths of emotion, is coming towards you. This is what you are manifesting deep down. But other circumstances here says right now you don't feel like either you have options, or you feel like you know, there are certain variables getting in the way at the moment. I mean, could be the pandemic, for example, getting in the way of you getting out there and finding love at this time. Now, what is behind you? The Fool card. Okay, now the Fool card is an energy of new start. So somewhere along the line, of course, you have taken a leap of faith and you are in a single energy where you're, you know, focusing on new paths, opening yourself up to new adventures. Now, the Fool card sometimes can feel uncertain, can feel risky, you know, but I feel like it is an adventure that you're on, Gemini, and I feel with this card, it's a time for optimism. So I feel like there is moments of feeling optimistic, that you feel like you're at your best and you're ready to get out there. And then there's another flip side to this challenge card, which is all of a sudden you feel lost hope. Like, how am I going to get out there? How am I going to take this leap of faith? I'm not really sure. So it feels uncertain again. So I'm just going to pull a card to clarify that Fool card, because, you know, that figure, she's about to reach for something greater. There, and it feels uncertain, risky, because it's attached to an alligator's tail. So let's see, we've got the Queen of Swords in the reverse, we got Justice in the reverse. So whenever we get a protagonist energy, like a strong card like Justice as your protagonist, it tends to mean that there's been some sort of unfairness that has happened to you in the past, and that's why you're searching for what is right. You're searching for a truth. You know, honesty is of course important to everybody, Gemini, but there's I feel like there could be some trust issues that may have you know, come from someone who was either verbally unkind, because we've got a Queen of Swords in the reverse. This is Libra energy. Both of them are Libran cards. So I feel like someone in your past may have either been cruel or unkind, or pushed you away, froze you out. You found it difficult to get to know this person, or difficult to chip away at that hard surface, because I feel like this person is someone you're not talking to. The Justice in the reverse says, you know, that this person, you know, yeah, they were not accountable for their actions. Immature energy, someone who is very unfair there. Someone who may have even been a karmic relationship for you, that, you know, just withheld. They may have, for example, loved you dearly, Gemini, but they could not express themselves in a way that they found comfortable for themselves. Now, everyone's got their own journey. I'm not here to judge anyone's journey at all. I'm here to understand so I can transmute your future energy, but I feel like someone did not open up or did not speak their truth fully to you in the past, and it may have left you feeling uncertain or wondering, what if, okay? You may have been willing to jump into this relationship and go for it, but I feel like there was some sort of, there was some pain that went there, okay? So I'm sending you a huge hug there as well. Now, what is above you? Oh, I can't. What is above you? They won't let me take it. The Emperor. Okay. So, I mean, we got a match here. So the potential, this is your potential position. The potential to meet your divine counterpart is very, very strong, Gemini. I often say to people, watch pot is never boiled. Okay. So love tends to come in when it is most inconvenient to everybody. So when you're getting on with life and you're like trying to spin all the plates, all of a sudden love comes on in and enters into the mix, and you're like, wow, there's a beautiful element of chaos that comes with it, but also serenity when it is the right person. Now, the Emperor card is a divine masculine energy, and it is someone who is someone you can respect. Male or female, not a gender specific reading. It is about the energy, but this is someone that you can trust, someone who plans for the future. This person may be a business owner or someone who's got their SHIT together, someone who may have people working for them in their field. They may be in a position of responsibility. I would be a little bit mindful of this person, just because, I mean, there's 2 Emperor cards in this deck, just like there's 2 Kings, etc., etc. And the deck does say you can choose which ones you want. Now, when I meditated on my cards, I always meditate on them and cleanse them before I welcome them to my altar. And you know, my guides asked me to keep all of the cards in so that each one tells a journey, a story. So this one, just be mindful, because this person may have how can I put that? They may have things that they are quite rigid in. For example, they may be like staunchly religious, for example, and you may be religious to a certain degree, but you may not be as strict as them. There's an element. It could also be that this person, for example, you know, has a tight rein on their emotions, and not everybody gets into their energetic sphere. And whilst they will let you in, I do feel like this person may not be as sociable as you. I mean, we're going through a major world event at the moment, so getting out there and being really sociable is important, but I mean, it's difficult depending on where you are in the world at the moment. I'm going to pull a card on that Emperor for you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides. We got Judgment. Okay, so, oh, they want one more. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. They are giving me an energy, and I was not going to talk about anything in the past, Gemini, unless it does come up. But we do have Mercury in retrograde, so I will mention it sort of briefly. Okay, now, interesting. This can also be your energy, Gemini, because this is what is above you. So there's a potential here that you are still energetically connected to somebody who may have hurt you in the past. Just because we got Justice as a protagonist, which means it hasn't quite moved out of your energetic field, doesn't mean you want to be with that person anymore. It can mean that, you know, maybe you've got some underlying trust issues, or, you know, you're a little bit nervous or worried that a pattern may form with what happened in the past. I mean, we got the Judgment card, which Judgment card tends to mean rebirth or wanting a second chance. And we got the 3 of Swords in the uprights, which suggests this person hurt you in the past, or there was pain there. You may have felt like you lost this person, or you may be weighing up your options when someone new comes in, and you may be weighing up whether you can fully let go of the past because there's someone new coming on in here. So just be a little bit mindful of that. The Judgment card does say that you're reaching for a better life, but you're at a fork in the road, which means you've got to release anything from the past that would hinder you from moving on into new love. But the 3 of Swords says there's pain. You feel like you're losing out on something, okay, in order to reach for that something else, if you know what I mean. Now, what is in the near future? Okay, so this is, again, near future is the next 4 to 5 weeks. Again, we've got this energy of, you know, releasing and really going into your center. 10 of Wands suggests there's a lot of baggage, okay? Now, you may be like, what baggage, Baba? I don't know what you're talking about. I left that in the past. Okay, this 10 of Wands can mean also that there's a lot of strain on you at the moment, or things are really stressful. That, you know, you're exhausted. There's so many burdens. You may not have time to look for love, or you may not have time to connect to a person. So the 10 of Wands also says, you know, look at that, all those beautiful flowers on her back. So much so though that she's bending over. So something's got to give. Okay, there's going to be an element for you to have to release this load. Now, when you get to a 10 of Wands, although it is, how can I put that? It's like a red flag energy. I would say it's also a really great position to be in, because you're about to set down that load and open yourself up to something new, because then you can't really go further than the 10 of Wands in terms of energy until you get to court cards and things like that. So I do feel like the 10 of Wands is you about to recognize something, okay? Recognizing a release of something, whether it is, you know, someone is putting all of the work on you at work, or whether you feel like everyone thinks it's your responsibility to hold the family together, or whether it is, you know, you just exhausted at the end of the day that you just can't even be bothered to seek love, for example. So I do feel like there is an awakening with this card. I'm going to pull a card on it. We do have a Seven of Swords. So again, with this Justice and what I just sort of clarified on the Fool card, and also the Emperor card, Seven of Swords is trust issues. Someone may have ghosted you in the past, or someone may have, been dishonest in some way and was running away from feelings. Okay, so I feel like, this basically says this is a heavy energy. And the World card right after it says you're closing down that cycle. You're in a new cycle. It is the end of thinking that whoever hurt you or whoever there was pain with, you're closing that down completely. So I do feel like the Seven of Swords is like, if you look at it from the top, it's a wonderful energy, right? You're like, oh, how beautiful. She's got a little egg there, but when you look down at the bottom, you see, actually, she's a snake. Okay, so there may be, especially when we've got a Return card with a Judgment card, there may be someone from your past that just keeps coming on in, dangling a carrot. It may not mean that they are actually a snake, or it may not mean that they are lying to you or anything like that. It may mean that this person keeps coming back into your world because either, number one, the lesson has not been learnt yet of you having healthier boundaries, or number two, it can be that that person is still avoidant in their feelings. They may have very deep feelings for you. They may love you to the ends of the earth, but they're very difficult to express, and they cannot find themselves connecting to it because there's fear. And people tend to run when there's fear. Okay, if you think about a caged animal, they lash out and they want to get so far away from the object that when there's fear. So the Seven of Swords can mean a runner, for example, if you're dealing with a twin flame who keeps coming in and out. But the World card indicates there is a closing of that cycle. There is a completion, there is a success here. And I feel like you're coming full circle, and you will celebrate this new cycle that you're in. But this is your energy for the next 4 to 5 weeks. So I feel like you're closing out a cycle. You're putting your own needs first. And then that's when the good stuff starts moving, because energetically you're calling this in. So let's see what is coming towards you. So your next position is, what is your advice to yourself, Gemini? What is your advice to yourself? Page of Pentacles. What is the environment? Oh, we got a Nine of Swords there. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please? We got the Eight of Wands. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? Thank you so much. Okay. So I'll reveal those 3 cards right at the end. We have Page of Pentacles. So again, look what she's doing. This is a Page of Pentacles, which is patience. You've been very patient, focusing on your own needs. As you can see, cultivating your garden. She's watering that. She's got a little watering can there. She's allowing the garden to blossom, and that is your garden. Okay, so I feel like, and then the right person with the right frequency, we've got a dragonfly right there. Dragonflies tend to mate for the, with one dragonfly for the timeline of their life. So I feel like when you nurture your garden and it blossoms into healthy blooms, that's when you attract the right person to you, okay, the right vibrancy. So in this time, you may be like focusing on your finances, focusing on your job needs and things like that, but you're hoping to find somebody who commits from the get-go, solid commitment there. But I feel like at this time you're nurturing yourself. Okay, now the external environment is very uncertain, and you may feel this is like what's in your environment, what's in the world at the moment. You may feel a little bit nervous, a little bit anxious. Okay, Nine of Swords. Now often a Nine of Swords can represent unwarranted anxiety, but I'm just going to pull a card on it to see what's going on there. I mean, this figure is wearing a wedding ring. It looks like a wedding band, so it can mean that perhaps you were given a promise ring or a wedding band or something in the past, and you felt like you had to watch your back. There was trust issues, or someone was unkind, or there was some sort of caused a lot of grief or anxiety there. The Nine of Swords can mean a very sort of worrisome energy or time for you. Also the Nine of Swords. So I'm just getting this from here. they're kind of just giving me an energy here of negative self-talk. They want you to shift negative self-talk, because sometimes a Nine of Swords can mean, when it's unwarranted fear, fear is often, well, it's created in the mind. Sometimes what we've got in our mind is worse than what's in external circumstances. So what they're giving me here is, you know, false evidence appearing real, and it's a call to faith when you get a Nine of Swords. So they are indicating that you, you know, when you see, like, you see things blossoming in the background, and light, you know, sort of infiltrating the darkness, it means that there's unwarranted fear. There will be light, there is positivity, there is hope. But right now, because swords are to do with the mind, you may feel a little bit uncertain with the way things are going. For example, right now you're like, how am I going to find anybody to love me? Or how am I going to find anyone I can love? If, you know, there's lots of restrictions around the world, or, you know, so let us see. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please clarify the Nine of Swords? We got the Strength in the reverse. So you may be struggling there with anger, or, you know, even with sort of low confidence with that. The Strength card says you have no confidence in the circumstances at the moment in time. The Two of Swords, yeah, overthinking things, analysis paralysis. So again, they just really want you to be aware. I mean, that's another two right there. The potential for you to find love. Ace of Pentacles, yeah. So overthinking the fact that there's no one to invest in terms of love right now at this moment in time, and you may be just focusing on your finances and keeping what you got in terms of finances, being practical, making wise decisions with your money, and making sure that you don't go into debt and all of those things. We go one more. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide? Because they're just showing me the fears here. The Nine of Pentacles. You're hoping for someone to invest fully in a relationship. But the circumstances are going to bring you in someone committed, someone who makes you an offer of that. Okay. Now this may be someone who also has been through a similar journey to you, Gemini. I feel like this person is a warrior type person, you know, very strong in their element, someone who you can trust, someone who's loyal, someone who would fight your corner. They just said who would fight your corner. Not that you need anyone to fight your corner, Gemini. You got it all by yourself. But I feel like someone, it's almost like a dream team kind of energy with this person. Your partner in crime, that sort of energy. So I do feel like, and I mean not in literal crime, of course. You know, I feel like it's like a best friend kind of energy. I feel like both of you are on the same wavelength. Now, hope and a fear position. So Eight of Wands indicates an energy of elevation, motivation, moving forward, gathering momentum. So you're hopeful to hear messages or you know, get communication, because Eight of Wands tends to be about news coming on in, or you know, some sort of changes happening. So you're hoping for change, but also you're hoping that you're protected at this time. All those umbrellas represent protection by spirit. You know, if there's a storm, sort of a metaphysical storm, or even a real storm, you know, it gives a level of protection. And there's 8 of them there. So I feel like you're very protected during this time of hardship. Also this time of, you know, there not being any sort of love options at this time that you can perceive. I feel like the fear here is there's a delay, okay? And it's frustrating that you want to get out there and you have a lot of passion, a lot of love to give. And I feel like there's just this frustrating energy that you're like, I'm preparing myself, I'm ready, but where are the options, okay? So I feel like, you know, movement forward is important, and you're hopeful that you will, but there's just elements, moments of feeling that frustration. Now, outcome, we got 8 of Swords, we got the 7 of Pentacles, and we got the King of Pentacles. So a very positive energy. I'm going to pull some cards on it as well. 8 of Swords, basically 8 of Swords says releasing illusions or seeing things as they truly are. So I really got this energy of you being very honest with yourself, being honest with your needs as well. But this 8 of Swords tends to mean, where are you keeping yourself stuck in the mind? You know, analysis paralysis is something that we create ourselves. Now, again, I'm not pointing a finger, Gemini. We all do it to ourselves and think, well, I can't do this, I can't do that, I can't. And, you know, sometimes we get lost in the can't and we forget about what we can do. The 8 of Swords, as you can see, this figure was born to fly, okay? Just like you, Gemini, born to fly. And, you know, there's a cage here. So you may feel like right now, those restrictions. Now that can be, as I said, worldly restrictions, but it can be fear, of course, but that gate is open. So there is some things you can do. For example, if you're looking for love, like put yourself on online dating. If you're more of a traditionalist and you want to meet someone, the good old-fashioned way, you could put yourself out there if you've got a hobby or something you would like to learn about, you're like, I've always wanted to do that, okay? You could put yourself on a course like that and meet like-minded people. Volunteer work, you're very socially aware. They keep giving me this social justice kind of energy. So things like, volunteer work and things like that. People who've got a good heart like you coming together to make the world a better place. There's always a way. Of course, be safe and all of those things. But the Eight of Swords says you're not stuck. And you got to be honest with yourself. You can find a way out of your situation that, of course, does not cost money. If, for example, you are worried about any finances and things like that. Now, the Seven of Pentacles is a wonderful energy because it says, I'm patiently waiting for the person who deserves my half of that apple. Okay, it says you're nurturing your garden. You're ready. Okay, you're cultivating your world. And it says the amount of effort I put into relationships or situations, is it worth it? Okay, this is a very important message that comes with this card of the Seven of Pentacles. So I feel like, you are waiting for someone who does the legwork like you do, who meets you halfway, who has the other half to that apple that is healthy. Healthy apples are always considered healthy, that healthy energy. So I feel like you're waiting here and you will find someone who invests fully with that King of Pentacles. Now this person who's coming on in could have Aries in their chart, also some water. We've got some Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy coming through, a little bit of Taurus coming through too, and some Libra. That's what I've got in terms of energy right now. King of Pentacles says there's someone here, I do feel like they're a business owner or someone who makes wise financial investments. Not that money is important to you in a way, Gemini. Just before I move forward, they're showing me an image of a water fountain. So either, spiritually that can mean someone who lets their sort of emotions flow freely, even though they're considered to be a business person. Even business people, they have emotions. That's an obvious thing to say. But either you're walking past a water fountain, or you've just installed a water fountain for a feature in your home or in your garden or something like that, or you've been watching water fountains or something online. Please take it as it resonates. It's not going to resonate for everyone, of course. So if it does not resonate for you, doesn't mean it's not your reading, just means they want that person to pay close attention to the reading. But this person you're meeting, they're thinking about settling down. They're thinking about building their empire and building a home life. Okay, as you can see in the hair, there's like a big old castle there. So I feel like this person is ready to settle down, Gemini, and I feel like they're ready to commit to you on a deep level. Now let me just see. Let me just clarify. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please clarify the Seven of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, and the King of Pentacles? That's an outcome. Can you please? Herald of Wands. Yeah, this is new passion coming on in here. This is someone who is adventurous, who is passionate, who is kind, temperate. Ooh, this person may knock you off your center at first. I feel like you're not expecting it. Ace of Wands. Don't be impatient, I would say. It's going to come in when it's meant to. How would you like to receive? The Tower. Yeah, it's going to come in. Oh, wow, they want me to go again. Thank you so much. Whenever I get a Tower, Six of Swords. Okay, in reverse. The Herald of Wands basically is Spirit sort of almost announcing that someone new is coming into your world. This is, Herald of Wands is like the messenger, okay, of passion. So there's definitely new passion coming on in here. And I feel a very adventurous kind of person, someone who is very creative, someone who sparks your attention straight away. Do I feel like it's love at first sight? I feel like it is, because we got the Tower card there. And I feel like this is... although there's a deep level of commitment here with this new person, I feel like at first it's going to be like off the charts passionate, okay? A whirlwind kind of energy. So, because we got that Temperance card in the reverse, so I feel like this person is going to feel like how can I put that? It's a really positive energy, even though the Temperance card is in the reverse. It feels like, you know, when you're deeply falling for someone in free fall and you're like, I kind of like it. Okay, it's really like that. Okay, it's not that they're going to bring chaos to your world. I feel like you've patiently waited for someone for a long time, but because you've got other things going on, I feel like there's an element of you thinking, well, this, great, now love is showing up right now, and it's kind of a little bit disruptive. I've got to do things, so I feel like you got a mission and you're kind of like, but I feel like it's wonderful. Now we do have an Ace of Wands here, the Tower card, and the Six of Swords. So with those cards, I feel like there's an element of you going, wow, okay, my whole world is going to change. It's going to turn upside down. I feel like there's a major power shift or a major sort of paradigm shift here. Tower cards, they're not always negative. They just mean surprise. Something you were not expecting just comes out of the blue and changes the world as you know it, okay? So I feel like this is a radical transformation that, you know, is positive. It often brings positive sort of energy, but it may feel uncomfortable straight away. But in order for something to come your way, like an upheaval, it takes away something that was not working in your world and replaces it with something better. So it gives you a chance to rebuild from the ground up with something better, okay? The Ace of Wands and the Six of Swords, I mean, both cards, one is rejection or some sort of, you know, there's been a delay for a long time. And the Six of Swords says you felt like you were stuck. Now, when you feel like you're in stuck energy, it tends to be Two of Pentacles, Two of Wands, Two of Swords energy, okay? That is a stuck energy. It's an indecisive energy. And whenever the universe sees that you're stuck in something, whether you're like, well, there's no options, or, yeah, I kind of like that person, but, or, you know, the universe comes along and puts a big old lightning bolt into your world in order to make you make a decision, come off the fence, like nudge you off the fence. So the Tower says, if you're undecided about something, if you've had a hunch for a while, Gemini, for example, to go and do something, but you've been putting it off, saying, maybe tomorrow, maybe I won't do it right now, maybe I'll do it next month. You know, whatever it is that's leading you, a hunch, and you're not listening to it, the universe comes along to send you a tower, to point you in the right direction, okay? So I do feel like you're going to meet someone out of the blue, and it may feel inconvenient at the time, but I feel like you're going to recognize that there is growth here and that there is solid sort of love, romance coming on in. Is it coming in the next 4 to 5 weeks? I would say, let me pull a card on it first. I would say that there's a potential to meet somebody in that time, but I would say making it like a full-blown relationship, you know, putting a label on it, I would say does not come in that time frame. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please clarify? Thank you so much. How would you like to receive? Thank you. Sorry, they just give me something. One moment, please. Okay. I hope I'm saying this right, but Ramona. So either your name is Ramona or that is your surname. Maybe I'm saying it wrong. They're just spelling it to me. Maybe Ramona. R-A-M-O-N-A. Ramona. Or Ramona. So please take it as it resonates. I'm not really sure how it resonates. It may be a place. It may be a name of a place. It may be someone you meet if you're looking for... yeah, because you're looking for love. Maybe someone you meet, maybe their surname, or it may be Ramona. Okay, I'm not sure if it's could be a song. I'm not sure, so I'm gonna have to leave it there. Okay, but yeah, if we have a look here, we got the Lovers card. Okay, so that's your energy, Gemini. You do have a choice. So because we had the Judgment card earlier, there's a potential here for. I mean. The Lovers card says, which direction should I go in? There is love. There is soulmate potential here. So definitely meeting a soulmate. Absolutely believe you're going to connect to the right person. But the Queen of Pentacles, with the King of Pentacles there, and the King of Wands, and the Six of Wands indicates that there is a choice. Now, male or female, again, not a gender-specific reading. It's about the energy. Queen of Pentacles says that you're not going to commit to somebody. You may feel like there is someone who is, you know, it says... So, for example, we got the King of Pentacles there, and we got the Queen of Pentacles. So it may feel like you're not ready to commit to this person when you first meet them. Again, I'm just getting that energy where you feel like it's inconvenient at that time, but I feel like it moves forward. And the King of Wands says there is someone who is not ready to commit to you that may come in and out of your life, or maybe you feel like you're not ready to commit to that person when you meet them at that time, the one that comes on in. The Lover's card says there is a choice. The Lover's card says there is soulmate coming on in. Six of Wands says you will make the right decision. There will be a recognition of love. You will be victorious and successful in love. But I do feel like you've got a mission. It just feels like you've got other things that's going on right now. So although it will be love at first sight when you first meet this new person, I do feel like you're going to have a bit of a thinking period. Maybe that's something that's in your nature, Gemini. You weigh up all your options from because you're a sign of duality, and you're like, it feels like true love. It feels like love at first sight, but is it really? So then you flip it and you like weigh up everything before you make a commitment. So I just feel like this energy of you finding the love and then being like, okay, how does this fit in with my world? So I eventually feel like you're going to commit to that person, and it's going to be wonderful, passionate. But when you meet them at first, there may be a slight putting the brakes on. Even though you're looking for love. I know it makes no sense, Gemini, but humans are wonderfully complex creatures. You know, we search for things for many years, and then when it shows up in our world, we kind of sit and look at it and think, okay, let me just take a closer look at this. Do I really want it now? So let's see. Final cards for you. We have Coyote, Revealer of Truth. I mean, you got a truth card to start with. Okay, I don't feel like I've got Coyote or Coyote, depending on how you pronounce it. I say Coyote. Revealer of Truth. So looking for something that's very, very important to you. Now that could be your own truth or truth in general from a past relationship, or it says, don't take things too seriously. Make time to play. Great wisdom comes from laughing at your own folly. Look out for the traps and tricks of life and learn from them. Okay, so finding that truth of self is so important. So again, they're giving you the exact cards that really kind of match. You could have got any card in that deck. There's so many. Okay, and we've got number 12. Now, number 12 is the Hangman energy, so waiting. Okay, but in that waiting time, recognizing that things are changing. You're getting a new perspective on something, and you're releasing old ideas about what love should be. Or it says yin, moon, cold. Be receptive to tune into your emotions, okay? Now, moon card, as I said, is about illusion, shedding illusions, but also it can mean things working behind the scenes, popping out of nowhere. And I feel like even though things feel uncertain, there's going to be someone who shows up in your world. You may feel like it's cold. You may feel like there's no love, but there's going to be an option here. Allow it to come to you. Okay, Gemini, I don't feel like you have to do anything to go out and get this person. Like, I mean, you don't have to go out to a bar and sort of like, but I feel like putting yourself in circumstances where you will meet somebody is important, but they're really highlighting play is really important. I'll leave it there. I'm just going to get your trinket before we close. Thank you so much for the guides, my angels. Aha! I love it. I love it. I close my eyes when I pick the trinket. You can't see that, of course, so you do have to trust me on that. But we have a seahorse, which represents, long-term security and soulmate energy. Seahorses, they partner up for life, okay? They want it on the Knight of Cups. Of course they do. They also want this trinket on the Knight of Cups, and I love the fact that they want it as well. Musical notes, raising vibration, soul song. So I feel like you're about to meet someone's soul song, but I feel like you're getting in that position to be ready to receive. And they, people always forget. They're looking for somebody, right? And they're ready to receive. They're like, I've done all the work. I've got rid of all the baggage. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Why am I still waiting? Because the person who's meant for you also has a journey, and they've got to get to the position where they're meant to meet you. They're meant to meet you, okay? We're all on different trajectories. So sometimes the person who's meant for you may be here, and they have to reach you here. So it's all about journey. It's all about perspective, but I feel like you're about to meet someone's soul song. I mean, I would say in the next 5, 6, 7 weeks, I feel like you will be aware of someone that you are interested in, okay? And you will be getting to know that person, a bit better. So I will leave it like that. Okay, I hope something resonates in this reading for you, my beautiful Gemini. Also, to let you know, I've got another channel called the Muse Eye Messages. It is a pick a card channel. That's not for everybody, of course. That's why I'm keeping it separate from this channel. That is me. A lot of people saying, it's not Baba. It is me. Muse Eye Messages is me, okay? Just so you're aware. Check it out if it's something you're interested in. Of course, if it's not, you know, just avoid it. But that's your call. And I will be opening up another competition for one lucky subscriber to win a free personal reading in the next couple of days. Okay, I just need to give myself a bit of an energetic rest on that one. I hope something resonates in this reading for you. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is very important for me. Thank you so much, my beautiful Gemini. Love and light.